please join me in welcoming Matt Whitaker.
I'd also like to renew a request I made at our hearing on Tuesday that this committee immediately call Matthew Whitaker to testify. It is clear to me and others that Donald Trump appointed his friend, Matthew Whitaker, to be acting Attorney General against all laws, rules, and practices as a way to stop or slow the Mueller investigation. Mr. Whitaker is hardly qualified for the job, and there is nothing in his record or his recent history to suggest he will demonstrate the necessary independence to do his job. It is obvious that he has a clear conflict of interest. He's been outspoken about his legal view that there was nothing wrong with the Trump campaign, meeting with representatives of a foreign government, offering dirt on the opponent, and that there has been no obstruction of justice. There is no way he can be fair and unbiased regarding an investigation he thinks is illegitimate to begin with. I also have serious questions about the constitutionality and legality of this appointment. The constitutional problems have been laid out clearly by former acting Solicitor General Neil Katyal and by the husband of one of Donald Trump's closest advisors, George Conway, in the New York Times. Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent that the article from the November 8, 2018 edition of the New York Times titled, quote, "Trump's appointment of the acting Attorney General is unconstitutional," end quote, be entered into the record.
Without objection, so ordered.
I understand that the head of the Office of Legal Counsel, a political appointee with a history of extreme partisan advocacy, released a 20-page after-the-fact justification of the Whitaker appointment. This justification is not persuasive, and I doubt it will change the minds of the many experts, Republicans and Democrats, who believe Donald Trump has acted illegally or unconstitutionally in appointing Mr. Whitaker. It is central to the Judiciary Committee's oversight responsibility that we examine not just the questions surrounding Whitaker's appointment, but his qualifications and fitness for the job. Facts now coming to light about the depth of his experience and some dubious business dealings must be explored. Whitaker is serving as the head of the agency for which this committee has the primary oversight responsibility, and he could serve there for quite a while. We cannot ignore our obligation to the Department of Justice, to the career professionals serving in it, and to the public it serves. Mr. Whitaker should come before us under oath and explain to us who he is, what he is doing, and whether America can count on his independence. We should be doing our job to make sure he can do his, with the assurance that the Department of Justice will enforce the law, regardless of who breaks it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.